Vishwas is the Additional Director General and Corruption Bureau, Maharashtra State, Mumbai. Sorry, I'm going to have you wear my specs for this one. The font is so small. Today, whenever neck-breaking labor of studying for the UPSC exams that had enabled him to power on and gun down the terrorists inside a flame Taj hotel during 2008 Bombay attacks. Head held high, translated from the Marathi, Man Mein Hai Vishwas. This is his book, this is his, it's an autobiography, am I right? It's an autobiography written about him, and if you want to know more about his grit, his determination, his humility, please buy either the Marathi. Dr. K.K. Mehta is not only the father of Cyres Mehta, the mentor, friend, guide, philosopher to Cyres. May I? So you can all see the charming Dr. K.K. Mehta, Padma Shri, arguably one of the most famous eye surgeons in the world, beloved by all of Mumbai. He pioneered the IOL implant revolution in India all of 35 years ago, which was transformational in saving millions of people from blindness. Yes, of course you must come up, Cyres. I announced that whole spiel about you. Big hand for our Cyres. We are all here for today, Cyres. How can you not come up? He's definitely coming, but for now we have eyes on you.
Respected Mr. Patil, Mr. Dr. Mehta, Cyres Mehta, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know of Cyres since, say, a young age or something like that. I started knowing him just about a few months back. I developed some eye problem and it was not getting solved. So I requested my nephew, who's also a doctor and a friend of Cyres, to say that please take me to a nice eye doctor. He took me to Cyres, and here I meet a young man, very energetic, and he asked me certain questions, put me on certain tests. Immediately one test, second test, he asked me what I'm taking, change this, change that, very confident, very, and also jovial, with a good sense of humor. And he says, see me tomorrow, day after tomorrow. And I must say that I was not getting results for so many months. In just 2 or 3 days, I was completely, in a different frame of mind. My eyes started doing much better. And I knew that here was a guy with whom I can put faith and go ahead. Not only this, I was definitely very impressed with the amount of certificates and photographs. Okay, that goes without saying that whenever somebody is nice, he definitely has those. And once in a while, I used to feel that, I'm in Dubai. There are so many guys from, the Middle East and all. But today, we are here, not, it's a launch of his book, 2 books, okay. I took out some time and read one of them. The other one I found it a little bit too technical. But what I read about, this, the other one, okay, I was really thrilled with that. And I kept on reading, and I found that there are lots and lots of similarities between him and me. And I felt that, and when I stopped reading it because he wanted to join the army, I wanted to join the army. He was bunking college, I was also bunking. Then I said, it's too much now. But what I'm trying to say, that all his small incidences that he has narrated in the book, and one of that which I really liked, where his used to go with his grandfather outside a temple or something like that, and where he used to feed lots and lots of poor people. And I was told that he, in his book, he's written that once, when he has some time, he will start a clinic where he'll be treating a lot of poor people. I really feel that, and I would like to remind you, when you do that, please call on me. I would also like to be part of that good deed that you do and cure many more people. I feel that today is a great day, a very happy day, and I feel that I would say I'm very, very happy that I met Cyres, and I think I would like to thank my nephew also. Thank you very
He ran away with my paper. So I told you about the humility of Hafiz, that's his hallmark. Thank you, Hafiz, for such a beautiful chat. I want to welcome one of the most personable and fine cops that I've ever seen on the seat of the Commissioner of Bombay. Vivek Fansalkar, an IPS officer, batch of 1989, is one of the most personable, approachable, kind and compassionate commissioners of police that I have known. I went to him recently to help the victims who are blind and deaf and don't have access to a rape helpline. And he was in the UK police conference at Liverpool, and also posted on deputation to the central government as Joint Director Investigation in the Frauds Investigation Office, Ministry of Finance and Company Affairs, New Delhi. He has excelled in his role as Chief Anti-Terrorism Squad, and Vivek Fansalkar has been awarded the prestigious Police Medal for meritorious service, as well as the laudatory President's Medal for distinguished service. I want to call Vivek Fansalkar to say just a few words for 2 minutes. No, so I didn't know the protocol of that. So first, okay, so may I first invite Vishwas, our hero, to come and speak for 2 minutes. Thank you for telling me. I didn't know, I thought it was first Fansalkar. So we are both friends. Come. Rajan, may I request a chair, please? Yes. Yeah. No, please. No.
Thank you, Nisha. Respected CP Mumbai, Shri Vivek Fansalkar sir, Padma Bhushan, Mr. Hafiz Contractor, Padma Shri Dr. Mehta, Cyres Mehta, all the dignitaries and esteemed guests present here. It's indeed a privilege to be here to witness the book launch event of a dear friend, who is one of the celebrated eye surgeons of India. We all know he is a reader, biker, bodybuilder, musician, and Rotarian too. He has written 2 books. First is about his handbook on ophthalmology. And second is of my interest, his passionate journey from a typical, what Nisha said, healthy or haldi Parsi Baba to a chiseled, toned, hot and handsome Dr. Cyres Mehta. Its account of his fitness regime is about his sweating and panting in the gym, shedding 25 kilos without losing his skin tone and building the muscles aesthetically. Dr. Mehta, it's your vigor, it's your willpower, your stamina, your discipline, your killing instinct, which made the impossible possible. Congratulations, we all are proud of you. There is a beautiful proverb: more is sweat during peacetime, less you bleed during wartime. I am alive and speaking today only due to my fitness regime and quick reflexes. On 26/11, in the midnight skirmish, when we were facing the volley of bullets on Royal Staircase, I slipped and fell down, but immediately due to quick reflexes, I got up, took balance, jumped like a monkey with my mobility, agility and flexibility, and could rush to Crystal Hall adjacent to that Royal Staircase. Last month I was in National Police Academy for the reunion of our batch after completing 25 years in Indian Police Service. Academy checked our fitness levels compared with those available in the archives of the 1998 of our passing out parade. And to my surprise, my weight is the same, 69 kg. And moreover, my muscle mass, my BMI, my other fitness parameters have improved. So it's sheer discipline, it's training which makes you younger and fitter day by day. I ran 21 kilometers in sub 2. This year I have registered for 42 kilometers running. So it's passion which I have been motivated by Dr. Cyres. I'm seeing his transformation. Wherever I go with my sports shoes, run, take my bicycle on the weekends and ride bike in the hinterlands. I see a mountain and I climb. I have climbed all the forts of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. I see a lake, wear my swimming trunk and jump into the water. So, Doctor, we are really grateful because you have written this beautiful thesis on fitness with your own experiments and experiences, and that will definitely give us pathways to become physically fit, mentally alert and spiritually high. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Vishwas, when I requested Cyres to call you, I knew you would inspire us all. Thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. K.T. Mehta. Such a pleasure.
Respected Chief Guest, Shri Vivek Phansalkar, Commissioner of Police, Shri Vishwanagarai Patil, IPS, Padma Bhushan, Hafiz contractor. It is indeed an honor to be amongst this very august audience to celebrate the launch of my son's books. As you are aware, Cyres is an exemplary ophthalmic surgeon with superb skills and a research ability to boot, which has gained him awards from all over the world, as you have noticed a little earlier. He is admired by all his patients, and everybody would say the same. In addition to his, what would call it a meteoric ophthalmic career, he also has the ability to participate in activities which are quite disparate. Among his alternate, as one would say, skills and achievements, he is a sharpshooter with a rifle score which is exemplary. He is a professional motorcycle racer which has been trained by no less than the world famous California Racing School. So it's not just a raste pa pat chalana. He does it with style. I'll tell you a little incident about it. After he finished his MBBS and his master's degree, when he went abroad, he went to one of my friends, Howard Fine, who was considered at that time one of the top leading ophthalmic surgeons in the world. And a few days later, I get a little message from Cyres. You will get an email from Howard Fine asking as to whether I drive big motorcycles. Please say yes. So as it came, I said, naturally I have to say yes, I cannot say no. Howard Fine passion, besides being an ophthalmic surgeon, was to drive Harley Davidson motorcycles. And he had almost the full range of them. That's why Cyres picked up his love for these, what should I call it, large CC bikes. When he came over here, he of course continued with that, but the fact that he went into a professional training board indicates the same thing which he has done in his entire life. He goes out of his way to be sure to be as good as he can on anything that he does. Precision is his, and craftsmanship, as one would say, his hallmarks. As you can see from the cover page of his book, he is a bodybuilder. As you can see me, I am not. I mean, I have people saying that I should have long since developed into something more, but like a gyroscope, I managed to maintain myself vertically as it runs. But Cyres, you see, is a picture of a truly one would call it a well-rounded person. Not just restricted to ophthalmology, not as one would say, a snot who sits with the book and verse, but one who can be a unique person by his own right. And now he is an author. In his book, The Education of Ophthalmology, let me put it this way, it's a memoir of his career. It's an exceptional book. What it does, it essentially tells you all the trials and travails and the vicissitudes which one has to endure to become an ophthalmic surgeon. And the fact that he went through all of it, and what no one mentioned here was, it was done in the state of Karnataka when he had his medical college. He stood first in the university there. And his marks which he achieved when he was graduated has still not been broken the record. His second book, A Sight Guide, is a comprehensive resource, as one would say, on various aspects of the eye. Written in a layman's language, accessible to all. People get afraid when something happens to the eye. You can manage with one leg, one arm. But when an eye goes, life is difficult. Both books are exceptionally well written. And one thing I never knew about him was that he was so good an author. It's as one would say in the literary world, as they say, it's a good read, well worth reading. He's a master surgeon with unique ability to produce superlative results in various fields. I know that he is destined for greatness, not that he is not great now, and I look forward to seeing more of his accomplishments as years go by. I mean, as a father, there's nothing better one can hope for to see a son going forward so much, to become so great in his own world. Cyres, you've always been wonderful. Thank you.
vignettes into your life the way he did, Cyres. What a beautiful talk, Dr. K.K. Mehta. Thank you so much. And now the moment we've been waiting for, to hear from our beloved Commissioner of Mumbai, Vivek Ansalkar.
Padma Bhushan Office contractor, father of today's Utsav Murti, and a great friend of mine, Dr. K.K. Mehta, Dr. Cyres Mehta, my very esteemed colleague, Vishwas Nangre Patil. He's still not a PhD, so he's not a doctor yet. But I'm sure one day he will. Many esteemed friends in the audience, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me apologize for being late. But before my apology is expected, let me tell you that I have warned Cyres that I come from a profession where I very rarely accept such civil functions, because more often than not, we are wanted somewhere else. And this especially happens when we come into a program like this. Today, after 40 years, India, Maharashtra and Mumbai are having the privilege of hosting the Indian Olympic Committee. And the Indian Olympic Committee session is due on the 14th. And there was a meeting convened by the Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, which I had naturally to attend. So I told Cyres that this is the situation. If you could just, push the program a little ahead, I might be able to take leave of the Honorable Chief Minister and rush from Sahyadri to be amongst this great audience and this great function. And here, lo and behold, I am in front of you. I just clarified this because Hindi picture में दिखा था कि पुलिस हमेशा लेट आती. So in order to dispel any such ideas and thoughts that you might have, I thought I should clarify this. First of all, Cyres, many congratulations to you. You of course still have competition with your dad, but I'm sure you're going to excel as a doctor. I told Cyres that I need a copy of your book, to at least go through some pages before I talk to people about it. And whatever little time I could, garner from my schedule that it is, I can assure you that this book is a very amazing book to read. It is a story of a boy who initially was not very good at studies. When once his father called him up and said that if you study well, if you do well, you are going to do well in your life. It is your life that you need to build. So that is something which he took to heart, and then he started improving on his studies and doing well. That is what he says in the book himself. And it's a story as to how a young boy, a Parsi boy, I adore the Parsi community, and that's one more reason why I'm here. He went on from stage 1 to stage 2, finally. I think you wanted not to be a doctor, isn't it, Cyres? Please pay attention. So, I remember somewhere in the book you said you didn't want to be a doctor, you wanted to be a...
It was very boring.
It was very boring, you wanted to be some musician or something.
Not be in the army or...
Oh my God, you spared us. But that was what he is, and then finally I am very happy because you all know the Maharashtrian delicacy which is called the modak, ukadi sa modak. And the modak, it needs to taste good, but the shape also needs to be good. And the shape is as good as the mold. So here is a mold which is so good that the boy couldn't resist but getting into the mold and becoming a doctor and that to an ophthalmologist. And the son and the father relationship in the book, it really holds you with such amazement and such happiness. I regret to tell you that now we have a law in our country where the law makes it mandatory for the sons or the children to take care of their parents. And this is so sad. If you have to have a law tomorrow prescribing that the husband should be good to his wife or the wife should be good to her husband, and we're coming to that. And in this background, to read the adoration of the boy for his father and the appreciation of the father to the son makes an amazing story to read. We borrowed this title, I think, from Arnold Schwarzenegger's book, whom he adores so much, The Bodybuilder, because he wrote Education of a Bodybuilder. Cyres was good at copying in the initial years. Fortunately, the copying was restricted only to the copying of title because he grew into a great ophthalmologist himself. Of course, copying his father in the initial stages. And on many occasions in the book, he refers to his father as not just a great ophthalmologist, but a great eye surgeon. One of the greatest known. I also remember, Cyres, there is a line in your book which says that, how you struggle to move out of his hospital or his clinic to form your